you're looking at two views of the larynx. The first is a top-down view and the second is a side view. Both views help us understand, among other things, breathing. When we breathe, air naturally moves from an area of high air pressure to an area of low air pressure. For example, when we breathe in, atmospheric air moves towards lungs air. Why? Because air in the atmosphere has higher air pressure than air inside the lungs. The same principle applies, but in the opposite direction when we breathe out. Now, let's look at the movements of the vocal folds when we breathe. Vocal folds open when we breathe in, when we breathe out, and when we breathe out, sounds such as voiceless sounds like s and sh. Now, let's look at what actually happens when we breathe in. We breathe in when our lungs expand. As a result, lungs become bigger. This means air molecules inside the lungs have more space, so they spread out, creating an area of low air pressure. An area of low air pressure is also known as rarefaction because it has rarefied air. Now, because rarefied air has less pressure than atmospheric air moves towards lungs air, like so. Then atmospheric air molecules spread out and fill the available space. This is how we breathe in. Now, let's look at how we breathe out. We breathe out when our lungs contract, i.e., when they become smaller. In this case, air inside the lungs has less space, so it becomes dense, creating an area of high air pressure, also known as compression. Now, because dense air inside the lungs has higher pressure than the pressure in the atmosphere, it moves from the lungs towards the atmosphere like so. This is how we breathe out. If you value this video, do give it a like. And if you'd like to watch more, do subscribe and hit the notification bell. Now, let me leave you with a summary showing the contrast between breathing in and breathing out. Thank you for watching.